You think you just made a decision. You did not. Your brain made it 7 seconds ago, and you had absolutely no idea. This is not a theory. This is not philosophy. This is a documented, peer-reviewed, laboratory-proven fact, and it changes everything you thought you knew about yourself. Because if your brain is deciding before you decide, then who exactly is making the choices in your life? That question has one answer, and it is more uncomfortable than you are ready for. In 1983, a neuroscientist named Benjamin Libet ran one of the most important experiments in the history of brain science. The setup was simple. Participants sat in a chair. They were connected to an EEG machine measuring their brain activity. In front of them, a clock. Their only job was this: move your wrist whenever you feel like it, and note the exact time you decided to move. Simple, clean, controlled. But what Libet found was not simple, and it was not clean. The brain began preparing the movement, a measurable electrical signal called the readiness potential, an average of 550 milliseconds before the participants consciously decided to move. The brain started before the decision happened. In later studies using fMRI technology, researchers at the Max Planck Institute took this further. They found that brain activity could predict a participant's decision up to 7 to 10 seconds before the person was consciously aware of making it. 7 seconds, 10 seconds. Your brain, already moving. Your conscious mind, still thinking it is in charge. This was not an accident. This timing was not a coincidence. So here is what is actually happening. Your brain operates on 2 levels simultaneously. Level 1, the unconscious processing layer. Fast, automatic, running constantly beneath everything. This layer processes 11 million bits of information per second, according to neuroscientist Timothy Wilson's documented research. Level 2, your conscious mind, the voice in your head, the one you believe is driving. This layer processes just 40 bits per second. 40 versus 11 million. You are not the driver. You are the passenger reading the map after the car has already turned. This is called the unconscious determinism, documented extensively in the work of psychologist John Bargh at Yale University, who spent decades proving that the vast majority of human behavior is initiated unconsciously. You are not as free as you feel, and your brain has been keeping that secret from you your entire life. But here is where it changes, because this finding is not a prison, it is a map. This is exactly what habit science proves. Charles Duhigg's documented research on habit loops, cue, routine, reward, shows that when you change the environmental cues your unconscious brain receives, you change the decisions it makes on your behalf, before your conscious mind even wakes up. You do not override the unconscious, you educate it. You do not fight your brain, you wire it differently. So here is the verdict. You have never been as in control as you thought, but you have never been as powerless as you feared. Your brain decides first, but you decide what your brain learns. That is not a limitation. That is the most important self-improvement insight you will ever hear. The only question now is, what are you going to teach it? Let us know in the comments what you think. And in the meantime, thank you very much for watching.